Hi everyone, this video is going to show you some tips and tricks in Google Docs to support learning. So the topics we'll cover is the equation bar and to support mathematics, how to insert links, how to cite with footnotes, how to use the Explorer tool, and then the bookmarks and table of contents feature. So let's get started with the equation bar. I get a lot of math teachers asking if they can insert equations into Google Docs, and the answer is absolutely. So you're going to want to click on Insert. And right on over here, there's an option called Equation. Choose this option and then notice an equation bar pops up over here. So now you can use any of your math operations. For example, you could click here, you can use fractions, and I can type in 1, press enter, 2, enter, and then if I click back on over here, I can continue writing whatever I need to write. And then I can always modify changes to this writing to what I need to do, change it bolded, change my font, change my size of the font, right? So the second thing I'm going to talk to you about is how to insert links into Google Docs. So let's pretend that you have an assignment. This is going to be maybe having inquiry questions for students to think about what do birds need in order to survive in their natural habitat. And maybe you had previously given them a Google Doc understanding life system that helps them get started in this assignment. So if you open up the previous Google Doc that you had maybe used, anytime you have a URL code, which is right on, it can be found in the URL window, you can actually pull that in. You can pull it directly from here, or if you go to share and go to copy link, a code will be copied, and then you go back to your original document. And instead of saying, please refer to the Understanding of Life Systems handout, you may want to highlight this actual handout, and then you click on this icon called Insert Link. And then because I copied that link from a previous handout, which was this one right on top over here. Now I'm going to press Control V on my keyboard, paste it, apply, and now students can actually click and go there. And this linking doesn't only just work for other Google Docs. You can link Google Slides into it. You can link basically anything that has a URL. So for example, even this TVO Math By for students who need additional math support in grade 6 and 10. There's free online tutors by Ontario educators that they can sign up for. So for example, if I go back to my original document, let's just pretend I wanted to link the word TVO Mathify. And I highlight this word and I again press link. Because I copied and pasted the link, I now press Control V and now it's applied. And when students click here, it takes them right to that site. So this is a really wonderful, powerful feature in Google Docs where you can send them places directly from your Google Docs. The next thing I want to talk to you about is citation in Google Docs. So let's say your students are writing an essay and they are using an article, or maybe you're sharing an article with them. Well, it's really good practice to, of course, cite information. So Google has created this Explorer tool that allows us to easily be able to create footnotes. So all I would have to do is I would highlight the name of the article once I type it in. Again, I press Control C on my keyboard. I go down here to this little Explorer icon. I click, or a window pops up. I click on over here next to the magnifying glass, and then I press Control V, and then I press Enter. And notice anything from the web gets searched, anything from images gets searched, anything from your Google Drive gets searched. Well, here's the article that I want. And now I can see, hey, this is the article, and there are some quotation marks that appear. And now if I click on over here, it says Cite as Footnote. I'm going to click. And what happens is that right on over here, a citation is created for that article. This is a really powerful tool. And not only can this tool be used for citation, but you can actually use the Explore tool for other things. For example, if I wanted to research about STEM learning, I would type in STEM learning, and this allows me to just stay in the document. And again, I could send them right to the article. I could find an image on STEM learning. And then what happens is that not only is this image copied, if you notice, if you click on it, I'm just going to make it smaller so you can see it better. It also tells where it's being pulled from. Really, again, important for ensuring that things are properly cited. The other things I wanted to show you is how to bookmark. So adding a bookmark to a Google Doc is really handy. So for example, sometimes you have a Google Doc that might be 3 or 4 pages long, and you want to maybe send them to a specific section in that Google Doc. Or you maybe want them to return to the top of the page so they don't have to keep scrolling back because they have to keep coming back to the top of the page. So what you might want to do is, for example, add a sentence, click here to return to the top of the page. Well, where is this click here? What you would do is you'd go to the top of your page and wherever you want to send them, let's say it's the word bookmarks you want to send them back to. I'm going to highlight the word and then I'm going to go to here called insert and I'm going to choose the bookmark option. So now a link has been created to this bookmark. And then when I go down to that page 3, let's see, of my Google Doc, and where it said click here to return to the top of the page, I'm going to highlight this word, the words I want. So like, let's say it's click here. I'm going to click on the insert link icon. And notice now there's an option for bookmarks. I'm going to choose this, and then I'm going to use this and then apply it, click it. And now, if I click on this, it takes them right to the very top of the page. Really handy feature to have your users be directed somewhere. Last thing I'm going to show you is how to insert a table of contents. So for example, you might have an information handout with different topics. So for example, causes of World War I, warfare in World War I, lessons from World War I. This is just an example for the purpose of this demonstration. Within each of these topics, you might have a paragraph written about some information. Maybe you have a picture, maybe you have a link to a website inserted. And if you want to draw your students' attention to a specific topic area or like the section of it, then you'd want to make these headings. So the way you do that is you would highlight and then you click on over here where it says normal text and you choose heading 1. This becomes a heading now and it tells Google Docs that it's a heading. Here's another topic that we'd want to highlight and we'd want to say make this part of my table of contents. I go to heading, I go and now it's made a heading. I go to lessons from World War I, I highlight, I click on normal text, I click on heading 1, and now it becomes a heading for me. So this has now told Google Docs that these are specific headings to the titles of a section. Now, if I go to the top of my page, and let's say I want to insert a table of contents, what I would do is I would click on insert, I would go to table of contents, and I have 2 options. I could just insert with page numbers, or I can insert with blue links. I like the blue links option because that means that students would just click on a link and it would take them to specific topics. I'm going to click on over here with blue links and then an automatic table of contents is created for me. And I could even type in table of create on over here. And then all of a sudden now when my students click on a specific topic or lessons from World War I, I'd click on it and it would take them to that specific section. And then that's it for some tips and tricks in Google Docs.